Well, Levi Christensen, right? Man, this furniture you're making is just cool. And made here in the United States, it looks like it floats around the room. I mean, in your literature, you say this is great for the Southwest or about down in Phoenix. But I think it's cool anywhere, man. I'm from up north and an urban guy, and I would love this in my place. What made you get into furniture making?
Um, Furniture, I was a photographer first, and I realized sitting down thinking about shoots all the time, I was really into using the space
Ah,
in a three-dimensional way. And then I was also just fascinated. Furniture is so intimate, and it's
ah,
something we all need. And that in combination with, I have Scandinavian roots. My grandfather is Danish, and so part of that design is just in my blood.
ah.
So it was just an outlet that was perfect for me. It's one of the only things that you can be totally crazy and just have so many ideas, but there are limitations because it has to have a certain function, and I just think that's really fascinating.
You mean so you have to sit on it, or it has to hold books, or all
Yeah,
this other kind of stuff? But no,
yeah,
as you say, the photographer. So as a photographer, I guess when you're saying that, what's come to mind, you're working with a little block of area to put things in there in the photograph, and what you're
right.
saying here, we live in the same kind of block in the room, and we got to put stuff in there too, huh?
I think you just put it way better than I could have. I know exactly.
Because I don't know what I'm talking about. That's
Exactly. We all live in really similar spaces,
yeah.
and we all need the same things to be comfortable in that space. And we need a bed and we need a place to sit.
Right.
And
So so your furniture, so it's really because it says, square as any other table, but because it looks like it's floating, it's really not taking up the same amount of space, or in a way, at least visually, or something like that, right? In your
yeah,
mind.
exactly. A lot of that came from just growing up in the Southwest, and we have such big skies out here, and
Yeah.
watch little wispy clouds roll by, and it was just something a little different. You don't see too many chairs that just look like they're sitting there on their own, or that they don't have something supporting them. So
But
it was just
your furniture now is all like custom made almost with you, right? And you're
yeah,
offering it for people. You just started offering it only on Kickstarter, and people could get the first pieces of this and some of the things like at discounts and stuff like that, and they won't be able to get this price. And in 1 week, you got halfway to your quota already.
yeah.
Wow, you got a lot of rich relatives, or what?
No, I just did my best using a lot
Yeah,
of social media tools to just give little sneak peeks and to build some anticipation, and say, okay, it's finally here. And
right,
and you can only get it at this one place, and
right.
it's discounted, and this is a chance to be a part of this in the beginning. So, I want people to feel like they're a part of what I'm doing in the beginning, and this is a great way, I think, to do it.
Well, that's what your video, and people should see at least that to see how I mean, you had one career as a photographer and got a passion for designing furniture, the people that really want something unique, and devoting your life to this now, and that comes across in your video, and that's why if people do anything, they should see that video, and then
Thank
plus,
you.
then by buying one now, you really get a chance of being the first one off this thing because with this kind of passion, you're going to make it happen. So all the bumps in the road, man,
Uh,
you're going to find a way over around them because we all have difficulties in life, and I think the people who stop are the ones that really don't want to be there anyway.
yeah.
Yeah. So with that kind of passion, you're going to get over any hurdles. So people, if they act now, will really have something that's really going to grow because.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is I'm busting through the crust, and I'm
Right.
excited. This is happening.
And it's reasonable. It's not like, I mean, God, I don't know about you, but well, you probably know more than I do. I go to these furniture stores, they want thousands and thousands of dollars for, a little end table or something. And your stuff is so cool looking, and God, I mean, with the plexiglass and the steel rods, and then plus besides, it doesn't look like Jetson furniture or something like that. When I describe it, because the wood is so authentic and real, and
Yeah,
I don't know how you find this stuff, but
A lot of hunting around.
right,
Yeah, some good resources out here.
it's and it's all gonna be made in the States no matter what, right?
Yeah, it's all for the most part right now made within 5 miles of my house,
Wow.
where I live. But I don't ever want production of anything that I do to leave the borders of the United States,
Wow.
unless it's
Right.
Italy or Scandinavia.
Ah, I see. Somebody really makes that stuff.
Yeah,
Well, I think we're coming back. I mean, people like you. I mean, that was to me was Europe had design. We didn't care about design, but if people, young people like you, are starting to care about design so much. You know, and it seems, and people like Steve Jobs, so he got it in our system a little that he was selling design versus functionality, and you're part of this new trend. I feel that is coming in America that we're going to be interested in design because of you. You're not following a trend; you're making it and showing us how important that is.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what I think we're going to be. Italy and Denmark going to watch out. We got Norwegians here making the hell of that.
Got a lot of Norwegians here. Yeah. Well, I think there's so many ways to share things on the internet to show people what you're doing, and I think that's really sparked a lot of hey, I want stuff to look cool, or I want something unique, or I want this, because in an instant on Instagram you can take a picture of how cool your living room is, and everybody's jealous and now they want it.
Well, it is. I mean that's how I wear clothes. I mean, I could wear a gray suit from Sears, I guess, but man, this is me in my life. So furniture, that's what you're living, and why can't it be like that? And the only way you could be that if we get people like you to make this for us, because you can't take a cheap suit like I can and just put question marks on it. Furniture is a little different than that.
There's a few more steps there.
Right. So thank God we have you out there giving us this wonderful stuff, and it's so elegant too. Besides being modern, but it's elegant and it's earthy, so you feel part of life when you see this furniture. It's not something remote that we can't relate to, and I guess that's because of the wood that's involved in all this stuff. And that it's so I appreciate very much what you're doing, and it's nice to have you, Levi, and find you, and I hope more people appreciate what you're doing, and to find you. Okay, so we go to Levi Christiansen, right? So it's LeviChristiansen. See, I had to read it. .com, right? And so you can even get the Kickstarter program from there, right? The project, and that will be there forever. So if you miss the Kickstarter, you'll have to pay more, but you'll still have it for people, right?
It'll feel that much better,
right? Well, thank you so much, Levi. You're a great American, or Norwegian, or whatever, a person to have in the world to help us appreciate what's right in front of our nose. And thank you so much. Take care.
Talk to you soon. Thanks.